Okay, boys and girls, so this is part two. We're still working on that narrative checklist and comparing it to a third grade writing piece. I did skip the organization, so I want to make sure I go back to that. Did they use paragraphs and skip lines to separate what happened first from what happened later and finally in my story? So they didn't do that. And remember, that's something that in third grade, we are skipping lines. It helps us to be able to go back and edit easier or insert a detail that maybe we forgot. The elaboration, I work to show what happened to and in my character so that it says what happened to. So, she left her leotard at home. But then it says and in. So that shit tells us like the inside of our character. How was she feeling? And I know it said, I'm going to go back in here and it said, the tear came rolling. What was I to do? And to me, that sentence is that elaboration. It tells me how my character's feeling. I know if I have a tear going down my cheek, I'm feeling really sad. And that she wanted to hide in the closet till class was over. Well, no, she knew she couldn't do that, but it went sometimes I felt like that too. I want to hide. That's elaborating. These are details where, this author could have just said, I peered in my bag, my leotard wasn't there, my gym tights weren't there, I was upset, I have to go ask for a new one. But this author really does take us bit by bit and elaborates on the details. And then we have craft. So, craft, I not only told my story, but also wrote it in ways that got my readers to picture what was happening and brought my story to life. Again, that is that I want to hide in the closet. No, I'd ask if I could borrow a suit. I rubbed away my tears. So I'm thinking about, oh my gosh, like if I have to rub away my tears. And in that moment, I know she's trying to build her courage up and she's opening the door to go ask to borrow a suit. And so the craft to me definitely is at that third grade level of I'm understanding exactly how the author feels. And she brought this story to life. I feel like I'm in that closet with her trying to figure out what to do. Spelling. Is every single word correct? Maybe not, but they're very close. And I love how you can see the crossing out. I think sometimes we believe that that's bad, but really that means it's a writer who is strong and goes back and rereads their work and tries to make it better. I got help from the spelling and punctuation before I wrote my final draft. Um, so really going and again going back in the text, I punctuated dialogue correctly. Now there's no dialogue in here, but that is where we want to be in third grade, and we're going to spend a lot of time learning how to do that correctly. While writing, I used punctuation at the end of every sentence. This author did do that. And I wrote in ways that helped readers read with expression. You could hear the expression in my voice, especially back in this where it says yes, no, yes. I read with expression. So I thought was awesome. So boys and girls, here's my challenge to you. Again, we want to make sure we have a solid third grade narrative writing. Um, we're able to say we're doing those things before we really get to that fourth, but we are heading towards there. Here's my challenge to you, boys and girls. Remember my running friend. She tries to run to get better each and every day. We are writing to get better each and every day. So, I want you to pick one of your stories. I want you to be brave. Pick a story out and compare it to your narrative writing checklist. What are you? And look at these checklists. It says not yet, starting to, and yes. Hey, go find some of those things where you're like, yes, I am doing this third grade writing. I'm where I'm supposed to be. And then have an honest conversation with yourself. You know what? My elaboration's not going that well. That's something I want to work on. And guess what, boys and girls? We all have things we need to work on, and that's okay. So I want you're going to get your piece of writing. You're going to find those things that you are rocking, and you're going to cheer yourself on. And then you're going to be honest with yourself, and you're going to say, you know what? I need to work on this. I want you to write whatever you need to work on. I want you to create a goal for yourself.